Hey everyone, this is Mr. Z here with a tutorial on how to create a Lego person in Autodesk Inventor. It's a fairly straightforward process, but does require a number of steps. So we're going to go through this part by part, starting with the head. Let's go ahead and get started. What I recommend doing is starting a new file. So File, New, New, and select standard.ipt. That's going to open up a new part file for you. Go to Start 2D Sketch, click on that, and then select one of the planes, and I usually recommend starting with the XY plane. And if you click there, it'll take you into sketch mode. We're going to start by drawing the main portion of the face with a rectangle. So I'm going to draw out the main portion, and I'm going to dimension this from this line to this line. And I'm going to say this is going to be a total of 3 units. Enter. Now I'm going to zoom out by scrolling the wheel of the mouse. And we're going to say that this line here is going to be 2.55 units. Enter. And that's the main portion of the head. We got to create that little cap thing that a Lego person typically has. So I'm going to draw another rectangle on this portion. And I'm going to dimension this over here to be 1.5 units. Enter. I'm going to dimension the height of it to be 0.53 units. And these were just calculated by me before the start of this project. And if this is 1.5 and this is 3, if we want this portion to be centered on the top of the head correctly, we're going to need to make sure that from here to here is the difference divided by 2. So in that case, that's 0.75, enter. And now if you think about it, 0.75 plus 1.5 plus if this was 0.75 is equal to 3. So this is correct. We're going to go do the bottom of the head. Start with a rectangle once again. Draw a rectangle. The dimension of this line is going to be 2.25 units. Enter. The height of it is going to be significantly less at a total of 0.35 units. And then if this is 2.25 and the whole line here is 3, then the difference is 0.75 divided by 2. So 0.75 divided by 2, enter. And now if we add this, this, and this 0.375, it will actually equal 3. So we got a portion that looks like that. These are the dimensions we'll need. And I'm going to draw a line at the center. Now you might not be sure where the center is, but if you actually just move the line over the top line, a green dot should appear when you're at the center. And since everything's centered, we're going to draw a line from there over to here. Okay, so now this has all been done. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the dimensions now by just selecting them with the mouse and then pressing the delete key on the keyboard. Because as long as I don't change anything about this, the dimensions will kind of remain there. But what I want to do, because we're going to revolve this, is cut out half of it. So use the trim tool up here and then cut out half of this. And I'm just kind of holding the left mouse and hovering over it to delete it. I'm going to delete this line and this line as well. Okay, so I'm left with half of the head. Perfect. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch by clicking the green Finish Sketch button. And let's revolve this by going to the Revolve option here, selecting that. It should automatically select the profile. If it doesn't, just click on the profile. And then for the axes, I'm going to click on this line right there. And if you do it correctly, this is looking like the head of a Lego person. Not filleted yet, but that's okay. I'm going to hit OK to create that portion. And now let's go ahead and add some fillets. So go to Fillet over here, select that, and I'm going to first start by clicking on this line and this line. And the fillet amount for these is going to be a total of 0.6. So I'm going to select here, type in 0.6. I'm going to take a gander first, see if it looks okay or not. It looks a little heavy, so I'm going to try 0.5, and 0.5 looks much better. So I'm going to say OK. That's been created. Now let's add the small fillet on the top portion. So fillet, click on the top portion, and 0.6 or 0.5 would be way too much for this. So let's start with 0.2, and that's a little heavy, so 0.15, and that looks a little heavy still, so 0.12, much better. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to hit OK, or the green check mark. Let's go ahead and add some color for now. So go to Tools, Adjust, and I'm just going to select where all the lines are dashed. So right over there, and I'm going to change the color to like a yellow, like that, and hit OK. Okay, so that's the head portion, and we're going to create all the parts first before we design and then put them together. But go ahead and save this in a folder where you won't lose it, and I recommend calling it something like Lego's head or something so that you have these portions later. Okay, I'll see you in the next part where we go ahead and create the body. Peace.